Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we're going to start with the Afro Goddess Oracle. Let's see what's coming through for you, for your message. They said that's it right there. Okay. All right, for the first part of your message, we're opening with the ship and the clover. This is about a really beautiful, prosperous journey forward. Now, this is a collective reading, so whatever was behind this ship, whatever it is that you're leaving, whatever it is that you're journeying away from, that'll be different for all of you. But I feel like it was something very trying, very difficult. But Divine wants you to know that you are journeying forward. For some of you, you are actually going on a trip, but this is very figurative. This is big picture for your whole life. You're moving on into a different phase, a new era that brings luck and prosperity. Now, don't get it twisted. You earned this good luck. This isn't just luck that's based on a fateful wish. 144 on the timer. This is luck that comes to you because of the work that you've done. So you've earned it. But it's good energy. It's good juju. It's good vibes. This is both on a smaller scale where you're happier from day to day, hour to hour, doing the tasks that you want to do when you want to do them. You're living that life. You're not having a tyrant tell you what to do and when to do it and how to do it. 222, you have more balance and more freedom. This is the good energy that's coming to you. You've hoped for this. You've manifested this. This also speaks to your abundance and for your fertility with the green of that clover. For some of you, you have been manifesting new life, literally in your world, pregnancy. You're going to receive major blessings with that. For some of you, I'm getting that regarding pregnancy, there were forces that were working against you because they have been very envious of the life that they know you can achieve. They're very envious of the bond that they know that you will have with your child or children. Okay, some of you will have more than one child. There could be someone who has been working against you who is simply jealous of your fertility, but not just the fertility of your womb. They're jealous of the fertility of your life. You're already very bountiful, and they didn't want you to see that. They didn't want you to see how fruitful you are. If this applies to you, that you have been wanting to get pregnant or start a family, you are going to be an amazing parent. And if you already have a child, you nurture that child so beautifully. 414 on the timer. Okay, they're telling me to go to the index cards. What's this one? Huh. There's someone in your realm who has committed crimes against children. This could be spiritual crimes or legal crimes. Okay, 444 on the timer. Divine is saying that there is an incredible amount of protection that surrounds you and yours. For some of you, you're dealing with a parent or an in-law that committed spiritual crimes against their children, either you or your spouse. They know that they were a very subpar parent and more than likely still are. Because I know this because if they had made a change, they wouldn't continue to be a negative force in your life. So they haven't made the change that they needed to. A lot of times people aren't the types of parents that they wish to be, but they grow and they evolve and they change and they are a better parent-in-law, all right? But you are dealing with someone who was not a good parent to their child when they were young, and now their child is older and they're still a very bad parent to them. They have not evolved. They have not learned their lessons. And they may have committed abuse against their child, physical abuse, but I'm getting that whether or not they did that, there are scars on an emotional level that they caused for their child. Harsh words, emotional neglect, emotional manipulation. I'm getting that there's someone here, it feels like a mother figure, but for some of you it could be a masculine, a father, but there was a total avoidance of any accountability that they're willing to take for what they did not do or what they did wrong as a parent. They don't want to hear about anything. And therefore, they're not willing to learn. You may be having, if this applies to you and your relationship with your parent, you may be having flashbacks or concerns about the kind of parent that you will be because of the parent that you had. A message is coming through for you. Divine is saying that some parents teach us how to be, and some parents teach us how not to be. And you have had many examples of what not to be. You have taken from your past and from your relationships, both positive and negative, and you have learned from it all. And you have blossomed, matured into such a beautiful being that takes everything into consideration. Now, Divine wants you to trust yourself. Trust your ability to nurture this beautiful being that you are being gifted in a healthy, beautiful way, because you are a healthy, beautiful being, and yes, you are fit for this job of raising such a beautiful child. Ashe. It bothers them that you are so very detached. You may have chosen to detach from a toxic parent. I'm getting that there may be some guilt that you're feeling with starting a family of your own, that you are not, you feel like maybe you won't provide grandparents for this child. Listen, I didn't know any of my grandparents except for one I met, and she passed when I was 5. Okay? I'd only seen her about twice. Once that I remember, and because I did not know my grandparents in the physical realm, that allowed me the opportunity spiritually to connect with them from a very young age. My grandparents came to me at a very young age in the spirit realm, 9/11 on the timer. So what you think might present an emergency or a negative situation for your children by distancing yourself from toxic people, even if they are grandparents, it's actually going to help them in some way spiritually. Okay? It's going to help them. You're doing this because you want to protect them from experiencing the same abuse that you experienced or the same neglect that you experienced. So you will be blessed for that. Okay? Someone here is bothered that you're detached, but if they're that bothered, then they should correct the behavior that caused you to detach from them. So there are no woes that you need to feel, because you've made the choice to detach from them in response to their abusive behavior or their neglect. Catfish. There could be some, I'm getting that there could be somebody who knows that you've removed your energy from them, and so they've tried to connect with you through a fake account. Give me more on this, Spirit. What I feel like Spirit is, okay, they said this one. There's something here that Divine wants to bring to light about that. They're hoping that you'll be blind to this communication, or at least who it's really coming from. But they have a goal. They have a goal. They want to target you for something. For some of you, this is a person who knows that you've detached from them, but they want to get some information on you to use against you. I'm hearing CPS. CPS. They're hoping to connect with you. This could be a person, this could be a parent that you've detached from, or a sibling, because a lot of times we know when a parent is toxic, there's sometimes a sibling that will side with that toxic parent, and then they join forces against the scapegoat, right? Or the person that they've chosen to be the scapegoat. Divine is encouraging you to withdraw from any strange communication that you receive. 11:41 on the timer. And this is because you're chosen. They hate that you're detached, because it's like confirmation for them that what they're saying is, oh, they think they're so special. No, you don't think you're special. You know you're special. And you know that you have a lot of beautiful energy that you need to protect. And you're at a phase now where you're determining how to not only protect your energy, but how to create a world for your seed as you create your legacy, where they can thrive and flourish, but also be protected from whatever nefarious, dark, chaotic energy that you have already learned so well. You know this stuff. You know this darkness because you've lived through it, and now you're protecting your children from it. 12:34 on the timer. All is aligned for you, and all is happening in divine time and in divine order. Okay, is there anything else about the, they said that's it, about the catfishing. They said just any communication that feels fishy or shady, just withdraw from it. You don't have to entertain it. Heart on a sleeve. Yeah, I feel like you are the type of person who you tend to be very transparent, very connected. And so that's one reason why this is a very difficult process, or you're finding it difficult at this time, but it will become easier for you as you release the burden of responsibility that you feel to create the perfect environment for your child, for your legacy. My nose is itching, so Spirit's really moving here. I want to share with you that as a parent myself, so many of the things that I worried about as a young parent, I realize now that I just missed out on a whole lot of really good sleep that I could have gotten, because I could have focused more on the time that I spent with my children instead of worrying about things that I wanted to protect them from. Okay? That is a part of our duty, to scope out the land and make sure that they're safe, right? But we have to balance that with trust. Trust in ourselves, trust in our intuition. What Divine is recommending is time spent every day to connect with your intuition in solitude and quiet, if you can. Now, if you're a busy parent on the go, you might have to do this while you're driving in the car, if you can meditate while you're driving safely. Some people can, some people can't. You got to know yourself, okay? I don't want anybody getting into a dangerous situation. Or your time in the shower, your time in the bath could be time spent meditating. Your time spent as you drift off to sleep, or when you first wake up in the morning. Just take some time to connect quietly with your intuition in solitude, so that you open up to the guidance that Spirit has for you, and so you don't have to carry worries throughout the day. Okay? It's okay. Divine wants you to know that you're good, you're safe, you're solid. And Divine is entrusting you with the beautiful being or beautiful beings that you either have given birth to or will give birth to, because they know that you are the right parent for this soul or for these souls. Okay, that's it for that. Owl deck, they said. Let's go to the owl deck. Let's see what the owls are going to share with us. Thank you, Spirit. What does this beautiful being need to know? Aww. Okay. Okay. I love how Spirit is presenting this. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right. So you've got the Sun and the Magician. So I see you creating your happiness. That's what I'm getting there. You are creating your happiness. And you have the power to do that. Okay? You're manifesting the world that you want to create, because I feel like there was so much regarding your childhood and your upbringing that was out of your control, that now you really want to take time to create the life that you want to create. And with the Ace of Cups here, look at that. I feel like that's your little baby. Now, if you're not creating an actual family here, then this could be your creative endeavor. But I feel like whoever this reading is for, it's for someone who is creating a family. Okay? What you're creating is being birthed in love. Okay? Nurturance. The key to happiness with this situation is your intuition and trusting Spirit. And also giving things time. Being patient with yourself, knowing that, I'm looking at this cracked egg. It's like, you know, I'm imagining a mother bird just watching the egg. Like, is it cracked yet? Is it cracked yet? The egg will crack when it's time for the baby to come. You know, it's like giving the process patience, because every step of this process can be enjoyed. It doesn't have to be stressful. But so often when we're creating a family, we stress out about every single thing. Every single thing. Will it happen? When will it happen? Will everything be okay? Okay? So give things time. It takes time. Those of you who are on a fertility journey, tune into your own experiences, because a lot of times when you're trying to get pregnant, you look at everybody else and it's like everybody else is popping up pregnant. You're on your journey. You're not in competition with anybody. Other people might be in competition with you, but you're not in competition with them. Okay, we've got here the Tower and the Moon. And it's with the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like there was definitely something here that caused a sudden change, and it feels like something that was, they attempted to hide, or they attempted to make it a very negative experience. Like, this feels painful. But it also feels like it's because of a person's nature. Like, I'm getting that it was awful what they did. This could be another family member. This could be that parent that's very toxic. It's very awful what they did, but that's who this person is. And that's not to make an excuse for them at all. It's just simply to draw attention to the fact that this person chooses not to live right or live above the way that they treat people. And even when they treat people well, because I'm getting that there could be, if this is a parent who has mistreated you, there might be another sibling that they treat better, but they don't really treat them better. They let this other sibling get away with everything. Everything. And so this sibling does not have the skills that they need to be independent and strong. So this toxic person hurts everybody on their path that they encounter, whether it's you or anyone else. Divine, clarify this moon and tower. Yeah, okay, so this was definitely something involving, this could have been a lover, because we've got the Five of Cups, the Lovers, and a Tower. Okay, I'm getting that this could have been strife that was allowed into your relationship because of a toxic parent. 2121 on the timer. So this could have been your spouse's parent, or it could have been your parent that caused a huge rift between you and your person. And it's because they're selfish. With this Four of Pentacles, they may have also wanted to hold on to a person's energy. They did not want to let somebody go, but they didn't want to hold on to them and then treat them well. They wanted to hold on to them and create towers for them. They also used other people to do this. They could have used flying monkeys like other siblings or other family members to join against you or your person. So this caused a rift. Oh, I'll go ahead and show you. This is the Tower and the Moon. Okay, so definitely a family member who caused a lot of pain and suffering within a home, within a family environment, with the Ten of Pentacles here. They created burdens that didn't need to be there with the Ten of Wands. But see, what I love about this card is that there's such a bright sun there. It's like, okay, yeah, there's burdens. You know, he's got some wands on his back. He doesn't like that. But he sees the sun. And the sun is going to help regenerate and revitalize him. And you've got a lot of sun energy in your reading. That was the first card that came out. So that indicates that no matter what burdens have been placed on you, no matter what towers people have brought to you in your life, no matter what craziness and nonsense and mayhem and chaos they have brought to you, you are aligned with the energy of the sun, of success and of happiness. They may have delayed your happiness, but they can't take it away. 2323 on the timer. So you're moving towards the sun. Okay. You've got the Hierophant and the Three of Wands. So you're moving forward with, like, it's what my mom would call bought sense. So it's knowledge and awareness that you have because you paid for it. You paid a price for it. You went through a very tough situation. But now as the Hierophant, you have knowledge and awareness that you didn't have before. You also might be a spiritual teacher. There's something that you have access to. It's knowledge that you see those baby owls sitting there. I think they're babies. They look young. Okay. So you are going to use the wisdom that you've acquired through this difficulty to create a beautiful environment for your children, for your legacy. And you may also be a spiritual teacher. So it's going to benefit you, even though it felt like a pain. And you're moving forward with this. Your eyes are on the prize, and the prize is the sun. It's your happiness, it's your success. Okay? You got the Six of Pentacles here, so you're also moving into a place of sharing and reciprocity with someone else. I feel like whatever this damage that was done to your relationship, you will move past it. There will be I'm getting the energy of positive co-parenting. So for some of you, you may have restored that relationship and it may be in a positive space, but even if it's not, you will be able to successfully co-parent. Look at that. You've got the 8 of Wands here and the 7 of Swords. Now, for the 7 of Swords, this is communication, but it's also strategy. I am seeing that with that moon and the tower and the energy that has been sent your way in the past from people around you who felt intimidated by your beauty, by your abundance, by your fertility, by basically the beauty of your life. It's not just your physical beauty, it's the beauty of your life, the potential that you have to create a wonderfully abundant life. There is a need to move forward strategically regarding your communication. With how they've attacked you in the past, I do see that the 7 of Swords could be, you know, a desire on their behalf to stir up more shit, right? But what I'm really seeing this 7 of Swords as, they're kind of like, in my mind's eye, the people who cause problems are faded into the background. And I feel like that's because you are detached from them. You have worked hard to remove their energy from your life, okay? So because of that, they have faded into the background, but now you're moving forward strategically. So you're thinking about how it's best to communicate, how it's best to get things done, so that, let's say if you have co-created a child with a person who has toxic parents, you're thinking strategically about how to communicate with this family. You're thinking about how you're going to move forward. Something has come to an end. You may have decided to work less in order to focus more on your home and family life. Okay? But what I'm also getting is that there could have been a desire that someone moved forward with, trying to bring death or an ending to your job or to your profession. Okay? I see you like canceling out these negative efforts and intentions. It's like she don't want to hear it. I'm also getting there with her red hair. That's the energy of Lilith, where it's like independence. Some of you are moving forward independently and you're like just not depending on toxic people. That's the thing. It doesn't mean that you have to not depend on anyone, because divine will provide the people that you need in order to help support you. When you have a young family or a family period, it is so wonderful to have some support, okay? And you will have what you need, but you won't have to depend on toxic people. Divine is making that very clear, okay? You're going back to the origin of something and you're ready. See, this is that 7 of Swords. You're moving forward, but you're moving forward differently based on what you know. You've got that sense now, that bought sense that you paid for with a painful experience, and now you're ready to move forward. You're like, oh, I'm going back to the drawing board. I'm still going to accomplish my mission, but I'm ready now. This third wheel, which I see as a like a toxic parent or toxic family members, it could be toxic siblings who were inserting themselves in your business, trying to discourage you or create problems where there did not need to be any. And they did this sheerly out of envy. They're X'd off the list. They're X'd off the list. For those of you who are still in a relationship, I'm going to tell you right now, you know, in-laws and toxic parents break up a lot of otherwise happy homes. A lot. I'm gonna have to sip some tea on that one. Okay. So, depending on where you are on your journey, whether you have a young family or you've been through some things already, I can see that you've been through something. But what's coming through Divine is saying to focus on the relationship with the people that you live with your immediate family that you are creating. And manifest protection of your family from any toxic beings that try to infect and infest your relationship with either your spouse or your children. Also, when you do this, cut cords between you and your spouse and any karmics that they have soul ties with that bring down your marriage or your relationship within your family, your home, and your children. And do the same for you as well. Sometimes we have karmic soul ties to people that we don't even realize. And so those people are able to infect our world. And it's like, you don't even realize how, but there are soul ties there that have existed from past lifetimes. And so a part of doing cord cutting and cut and clear work is not just the soul ties that are negative or karmic in this lifetime, but in past lifetimes as well. Okay? Because what that can look like is a third wheel that's energetically impacting a marriage or a family, your relationship with your children, but there's like not even a lot of involvement there. You know? This is like a hovering spirit. They hover and they are aware, like they're obsessed with trying to create drama in a person's home or family. But yet there's like not texting or cheating or anything like that. It's just a soul tie that exists. And so they're telepathically connected. And so because of that, they're able to project energy towards a marriage or towards a relationship with a child. Or I have even known, it's so sad, I've known women who have wished on their daughter-in-law that she would not conceive a child. 32, 33 on the timer. And she would go around like talking about this. She would go around talking about it. She was not even ashamed of it. She would pray. And, you know, this was someone that I was familiar with in my childhood who was an older woman. And she would go around. She was in church and singing praise songs and hymns and amen, doing all of that. But she bragged about praying against her daughter-in-law, who was a wonderful woman. She used to do my hair when I was a little girl. But she was so sweet. And I know that she would have been an excellent mother. But her mother-in-law was very adamant about praying against her being able to conceive a child. And so it was just, it was sad. And it's sad to know that there are people like that. And that's a person who was admitting to what they did. If that's what a person will admit to, can you imagine what people do that they don't even talk about? That they keep hush hush? So, whether you pray or you affirm or whatever it is that you do, however it is that you manifest, make sure that with your rituals, you are protecting, cleansing, clearing, blessing, and protecting the energy of your home, your marriage, your relationship with your children, your power to conceive, if that's something that you're trying to do, your power to make money, all of that. And that all of those things are protected from karmic soul ties in this lifetime and in all lifetimes. And so something I like to say at the end of my affirmation or whatever is, so must it be, on all dimensions, across all timelines, all realms and realities. Ashe. Okay? it's important to do this work. It's important. But what I do know is that you have beautiful abundance that awaits you. Divine is saying to pull from this deck. Thank you, Divine. What's coming through for this beautiful being? No place like home. Look at that. Your home is blessed. And you know what? I'm seeing it here like it's elevated. It's above all the bullshit down there. It's above all the negativity. Like you are on a higher dimension than what those people who wish evil on you can reach. And maybe visualize this every day. You know, you can even screenshot this. Look, let me. Okay? Take a snapshot of that. And you can visualize this every day, that your home and everyone that you love is elevated above the bullshit, above every evil intention, every wicked entity that they would try to send to you to hold you back, to separate you and your loved ones from your peace, from your abundance. No, they can't do that. You are elevated. You're on a higher dimension. You are blessed. You are protected. Ashe. No place like home. I love it. Okay, let's end with a Oshun. Oshun is saying, let me come through, boo. Okay, Mama Oshun. Alright, let's see. What's coming through for this beautiful being? I just got chills. Oshun the Protector. This is card 2 because first and foremost, this energy is coming through for your connections, your balance. Card 2, safety, boundary setting, and courage. Yes. And you can call on Oshun to help you conceive as well, okay? All right, Yemaya also works hand in hand with Oshun, okay? As far as nurturance and motherhood, conception, you can work with both of them, okay? All right, let's see here. Oshun the Protector. The mantra is, I am safe. Initiation of gold. When is the last time you truly felt safe? Emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You have summoned the fierce but nurturing energies of Oshun the Protector. Oshun the Protector helps ignite your inner fire, a divine force that can repel any negativity aimed at you. How much of yourself are you giving, and at what cost? What to do now? Speak your truth, stand your ground, and shield yourself from negative energies that do not serve your highest good. This includes undesired situations, thoughts, or people. Strengthen your boundaries. Take this as a sign to pause, refuel, and rebuild your strength and resilience. Create a bigger safety net to protect yourself from unforeseen challenges. Protect your energy. Create a space, both physically and spiritually, where you can reconnect with your higher self without distraction or interruption. The divine has your back. Trust that you are protected in every sense of the word, but you need to actively participate in your own well-being. Yes, and that time that you spend each day connecting with your intuition, that is actively doing the work that needs to be done, okay? If you want to work with Oshun and Yemaya for conception and protection of your pregnancy, if that's the space you're in at this time, there's more information out there about that, okay? I have worked with Yemaya for conception, okay? But those two Orishas work hand in hand with one another. I believe they both have different responsibilities, like it might be Yemaya for conception, and then Mama Oshun for the milk. I forget exactly what they both oversee, but if that's something that you're interested in, you can research that more. But more than anything, it's just about what you feel led to do and whom you feel connected to or drawn to as you work with energies, okay? But you are divinely protected, and I'm so thankful for this message that came through for you. Thank you so much for tuning in, beautiful being. I'm so grateful, and I hope that this message brought you everything that you needed at this time: comfort, clarity, support, and good vibes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you, and I wish you peace, joy, and many, many blessings. Take care.